Hey guys, welcome back to In the Eye. Today your hosts on the podcast are Olivia Smallridge,
Campbell Bennett,
and our special guest today is...
Ralph Massullo. I am your local state senator for the state of Florida, District 11.
and you're also a dermatologist, right?
I am that also, yes.
So could you talk a little about that? I want to be a dermatologist, so I
You
find
do.
that really interesting.
What really interests you about dermatology?
I just like all the gross stuff, and I always watch Dr. Pimple
She
Popper.
watches Dr. Pimple
I've
Popper
wanted-
all the time.
I've wanted to be a dermatologist probably since maybe I was 8, I think, roughly.
Do you know how she started her podcast initially? She started it on with TikToks, and what she would do is she would put erupting music to pimples that were being popped.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that's how she got her name.
That's so cool.
And she got so popular with so many likes that a local TV station in California where she's from, decided that they would make a show, and it ended up being syndicated and went national.
That's
great.
crazy.
But anyway, dermatology is probably, and I'm biased, the best field of medicine because you can work normal hours, you can have a great family life, and you can have a variety of different patients, from babies to geriatrics. I specialize in skin cancer surgery, but you could specialize in pediatrics, you could specialize in cosmetics, you can do whatever you want in dermatology. It's a great field.
So you own your own practice?
I did.
You did?
We sold our practices a few years ago, and I did that primarily so I could spend more time in public service.
Okay.
That was out in Lecanto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We had an office in Lecanto, and we also had one in Ocala.
Okay. So besides being a dermatologist, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what kind of led you to this position that you have now?
Well, I was an industrial engineer before I went into medicine, and I worked a couple years in Washington, D.C., and that got me interested in government. So I knew once my children were grown and out of the house that I wanted to pursue public service. And that's how I got involved with government. I started off becoming a state representative, and we have 120 of those in our state. My district initially was Citrus County and a little bit of Hernando County. And then as it evolved, it was Citrus, Hernando, and a little bit of Marion County.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So that's the 23rd district?
Yes.
We did our research.
Yes,
Just a little.
Very good. Do you know what it was before it was that? It was the 34th district.
I see that on our research.
Yeah. And do you know what my Senate district is now? Even though I did say it about 4 minutes ago.
11?
11. That's right.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
glad you picked up on that because
How many
I
Senate
was gonna-
districts are there, Candace? How many Senate districts in our state? How many senators?
40, right?
There's 40. Do you know how many school districts there are?
Yeah, Campbell.
No, do you?
Do you know how many counties there are?
No.
67. There's 67 counties.
Oh, I feel like.
And each county
I've
has
heard
their
that.
own school district.
Oh, okay.
And you are in the Citrus County School District. How about that?
Well, I did know that, so that's good that I knew that.
So you didn't grow up around here, right?
No.
So what kind of led you here?
Well, skin cancer.
Okay.
You know, Florida has a lot of skin cancers, and I moved to Florida because that's what I wanted to do.
Well, people don't wear their sunscreen, so
They don't. They still don't. And you know what else
She
they do
doesn't.
that's terrible?
what?
Tanning beds. Tanning beds are horrible for you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. When you guys get to college and they try to induce you in the dorms, oh, we have a tanning bed. Just say, not me.
I don't want to use that. I've never been. Me and Olivia just got spray tans yesterday
For prom tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations.
But Olivia was debating getting it because she went in the sun and her skin started peeling. So she was debating even getting one.
Mhm.
And
Well,
she still doesn't listen to me when I tell her to put on sunscreen.
spray tans are healthier than tanning beds or the sun. You should always use sunscreen.
I'm getting into sunscreen.
Are you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, are you currently working on anything that impacts high school students in Florida?
Well, education does. One of the things we did in the House when I was chair of Education and Workforce is we passed a universal school choice bill that allows children and adults to decide what the best education mechanism is for kids. And that involves all classes of people. It's more to do with school choice.
Oh, okay.
In Citrus County, we don't have as much choice as some larger other districts, but we have an excellent school system here. Our public school system in Citrus County is one of the best in the state.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You
Me
didn't
either.
know that, see?
Mhm.
You guys, just by
Learning something
default,
new.
you're fortunate to be where you are. And another thing that we'd like to do with education is our idea and philosophy isn't necessarily to get you to go to a college. It's to get you into a career where you have the best aptitude and desire to do well. Because the role of government is to enable people to live comfortable, free, and safe lives. And to do that, it's best if you follow your dreams. Like, is your dream to be a broadcaster someday or a TV journalist?
Not quite.
Okay, and how about yours?
Nope. I want to be an anesthesiologist.
Okay, so you want to pass a lot of gas where people are asleep.
Yep.
And you want to cut off gross things.
Yes, I
that.
do.
Great.
Simplified.
But
yes.
you do too, don't you?
Well, I do. I do. But I like doing this too.
So what are some different things that you do for both of your jobs? Or are there anything that's similar or
Or one that you do and one that helps you with the other.
Well, I think the soft skills that you learn as far as communicating with people will serve you in whatever job you have. And whether it's being in politics, whether it's being an engineer, whether it's being a physician, whether it's doing some type of construction, whatever it is, you have to deal with people. And as we deal with people, as we're empathetic and understand their needs and their desires and their wants, makes us more able to meet those needs, desires, and wants. And so my goal is to have you all become more successful as citizens of our state, right? So when you look at a politician, you're thinking, what exactly do I want them to do for me? Well, a lot of people like to save some money or have, better roads or doing things like that. I look at more of a big picture. How can we improve your lives? How can we make your lives better and the lives of your children better? So you'll desire more to be in the state of Florida, which we're biased, right? We're the best state in the country.
Oh, definitely.
Well, that's
Let's
why
face
everyone
it.
moves here.
Yeah.
So many people move here.
They do. So it's not just the weather, it's the winsome environment. Do you know what the word winsome means? It means that you're attractive, you're desirable. It's something that you want to do. Like if you think of a vacation, it probably wouldn't be scrubbing floors in a basement somewhere, right?
No.
That would not be very
Definitely
winsome.
not.
But maybe out on a beach or, in some great city where there's museums and good restaurants or, skiing or whatever you like to do, that's a winsome thing. We want Florida to be winsome.
Definitely.
I feel like-
W-I-N-S-O-M-E, so you can look it up later.
Okay.
I do need to work on expanding my vocabulary, so.
Me too.
We
We
all do.
just
I do as well. Learning has to be lifelong. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to graduate here, I'm going to do this or that, I'm going to graduate here, I'm going to go to school for this or that, I'm going to go to a trade school, I'm going to go to the military. Learning needs to be lifelong. And especially for you guys, and you know why?
Why?
Because of artificial intelligence and the changing in technology. It's changing exponentially, much faster at a much higher rate than it did when I was your age. As a matter of fact, if you look at the progress of the world, for 2,000 years, things were pretty much the same until the Industrial Revolution. And then they really started changing. In the last century and this century, changes have just been exponential, particularly in the last generation with what happened then. What happened about 20-some years ago?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Before you were born. Cell phones.
Oh.
Cell phones.
Do you know when I was a kid, we had to go to libraries to look up things. We didn't have them in the palm of our hands. We had to make phone calls through phone booths with dimes.
No chat GBT?
No chat anything.
So, Mr. Kennedy actually told me that you are you working on any projects with AI? He said that you're like supporting something about AI.
Several years ago, I had the first bill that allowed AI to be into schools with tutoring.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you've been on it kind of since the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank-
Well, I'm a technology freak.
Okay.
I'm a freak about a lot of things, but that's one of them.
That's funny. So he also told me that what? I got a lot of information from Mr. Kennedy. He said that you've been biking in Italy.
Yes.
He told me to ask you about that. So
Okay. What do you want to know about that?
I don't know. Is it like
It's beautiful. Great food.
That's like my dream vacation.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, I would always suggest that as you guys get a little bit older, you try to do things where you can do exercise, where you can enjoy a great time, and where you can learn about the culture, wherever it is. You could go to Uzella and do that, or you could go to Italy, you could go to China. There's a lot of beautiful places in our world to see.
So, kind of reining it back in a little bit, what is one thing that you want all the high school students or anyone watching this podcast to kind of take away from this conversation?
Be involved with your government. That's the most important thing. You know why? You know
Why?
why that's so important? Because it's your government. This is your country. And if you abdicate that responsibility by not being involved, by not voting, by not, being informed on issues, you know what happens? You're the person on the street when they come and interview you and they say, hey, do you know who this person is or who that person is, or do you know where the war is, or do you know how our country became a country? You'll be clueless.
Mm-hmm.
And we make fun of young people oftentimes that are like that. Ignorance is something that we could all cure if we work hard at it. And that's why I want you all to be lifelong learners. But be involved with America, because if America is going to continue to be great, it's going to be great because of you all. And then it'll be great because of the next generation that you all will foster. And you need to have that same mentality when you speak with them to make sure that they also are involved in their government, in the local things that are happening, and look around our area at issues. And it's a lot. It really is a lot, because it's our economy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's our environment, and the balance of growth that we have in Florida with keeping it as beautiful and clean as we want it to be. It's difficult. It's a challenge. And if you look at that challenge as something that you could actually engage yourself in and be involved, it makes life worth living.
How do you think that people our age that can't necessarily vote yet can get involved in that type of stuff? Is it just like staying knowledgeable, or?
Stay knowledgeable. Yeah. Don't believe every influencer you hear. Do your own research. Develop critical thinking skills where you evaluate what somebody tells you and you research it for the truth. And the truth today is hard to find, because you'll find that people want to indoctrinate you. They want you to believe what they believe. Seek the truth, and the truth will truly give you the freedom that you need. And it's out there, particularly for those individuals that put out the effort and critically think. And then, as soon as you can, sign up with your voter's registration.
Okay.
And you can vote when you're 18.
Yeah, and we'll be able to vote in the next election too,
Yeah,
like the presidential one. That's pretty crazy.
right. In the presidential election, the next one, in 28, I'll be on the ballot, so you can vote for me too. Now, my name will be down some from the
Okay.
president,
We'll
but it
look
won't
for
be
it.
down too far.
Okay,
We'll look for your name.
we'll look for you.
Okay, great.
Well, our time went by pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It always
did.
does. It's always super fast.
We got to talk a lot about a lot of different things too, so it's pretty cool.
Well, I appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm proud of you.
Well,
Thank
we're
you.
so thankful that you're able to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's
This
an
was
honor
such
to
a
have you.
great experience.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great weekend. God bless you
You
both.
too.
Thank you.
All right, well, I guess that's it for today's podcast, guys. I hope you have a great week, like he said, and hopefully you'll tune in next week.